Hey guys, welcome to Beware the Awakening. Took our Trap Towers, featuring new Team Rocket's Watchtower and our Noivern EX combo, using its dominating Echo attack to lock our opponent from playing any stadium card or special energies from their hand. We also have 3 Drakloak for the draw support, along with 2 Dragapult for the damage spread, playing on our Luminous, Crispin, Colorless Tenacity, and then 1 Earthen Vessel to attach the right energies. To add on the ability lock, we have 2 Gastrodon to cancel all bench Stage 2 Pokemon's abilities as long as this Pokemon is on your bench. We also have 1 Munkidori for the emergency damage transfer, 1 Pheasantipede EX for the extra draw, 2 Jamming Tower to block out our opponent's tool cards, and 1 Hyper Aroma to pull out our stage 1 evolutions. So that's all for the deck list. Now let's go for some gameplay and see how well this deck works. Okay, let's go for our first game with Trap Towers. We got Colorless lock. If they play Squawkabilly, it's a bit harder to lock on the first turn. If they play Fan Rotom as well, Noctowl and the Dunsparce, we get to block them from using any of those abilities, including Pidgeot EX. Pidgeot is a Stage 2 ability as well, so if we have Gastrodon in play, they can't use any of their Stage 2 Pokemons to support. Search for cards attach energy with that Blaziken EX, they can't use anything. If they have Slacking though, we could be helping them, so we have EXs in play, so it doesn't really matter if we have the Watchtower for the Slacking. They're actually doing a Stage 2 box. So we're up against Tatsugiri EX. And they're doing kind of a double threat sort of build. So they got the Hand Trimmer, Gravity Gemstone, and this Rotom. This Scrapping Rotom that allows them to discard any number of item or tool cards that we have in our hand. So after trimming our hand, they get to basically scrap all of our resources and empty us out, forcing us to get stuck for them to play their Area 0 with the Tatsugiri combo, along with Crispin obviously, but yeah, that's their main strategy. Also, since they're not playing that many basic Pokemons in their deck, they actually get to give us a lot of mulligans. And that means if we choose to draw, for example, 8 cards for 8 mulligans, then they actually get to trim our hand and discard a lot from the get-go. So it's a very fun combo. I actually really admire this strategy just because it plays on hand disruption as well. And it does it early, if they have the Rotom in play instead of the Tatsugiri, they're actually playing the Terra Orb as well to get the Giri into play as early as possible. The only problem is with the energy cost though. I don't think they're playing Sparkling Crystal, so they're actually doing Secret Box to discard their Pokemons from their hand. Since we have Sacred Ash now, Tatsugiri is actually allowed to play on Sacred Ash to shuffle back those Stage 2 cards into their deck. And then they get to search for the Crispin along with their Stadium card obviously, and also any tool cards that they can fish out. They're playing Gravity Gemstone as we already said. And they also get that extra single item search as well, which is pretty awesome, If they don't get the Ace back though, they will probably get the Crispin for the acceleration. So they can't do it early, but they can stall until they pull out the right cards for a big haul. So if we got our Stadium, we could lock them from playing their next Area 0. But I don't know why this game prevented us from playing the Stadium card early. I think we got the Chorus, but we played a support card already. So we decided to put the Chorus at the bottom with our Drakloak's ability. And then on the next turn, the turn after that, we didn't get our Stadium from multiple draws after shuffling the deck as well. So it was kind of unlucky, but also partly our fault for putting the Chorus at the bottom, I guess. But yeah, you'll see later what I mean. I kind of assumed we would get the Stadium eventually though, because we're drawing so many cards. We play so many supporter cards along with our Drakloak, looking at the top cards so many times. I didn't think it was the wrong move to be putting that Chorus at the bottom, because we have 4 Stadium cards, for God's sake. But oh well, it's just experience. We're gaining experience. Next time we'll just not take any chances, I guess. Okay, here comes the Secret Box. You're probably gonna get the Crispin. They're taking quite a long time with the search, but whatever. I'm still a bit unsure of why they have the Gravity Gemstone for the control side of this build. Because it only locks your opponent from retreating. If they don't play the boss, maybe they have counter catcher, you know. So counter catcher with the secret box would actually make sense. Yeah, maybe they're playing on that. So hopefully we get our stadium on the next turn. We got 2 Drakloak, so... But yeah, there we go, the counter catcher. The counter catcher and that tool card now demands 4 energy for Gastrodon to retreat. And here comes the trimmer. We're just gonna discard our Noibat here. I don't think we need a 3rd copy. We actually have the 3rd one, the 2nd copy in the deck, so we're just gonna dump that one and maybe play Poffin at some point if we need the 2nd Noivern, which I don't think we do. I feel like Dragapult should be a lot more useful for this matchup, because if we have Gastrodon in play, we should be fine. We got 2 item switch and 2 Surfer, so we should be able to retreat or switch on this turn already. Hopefully, hoping against hope, we get our stadium soon, because otherwise they would have a big haul with their Cinnabar Lure. Okay, here comes our first Recon Directive. What are we gonna get at the top 2 cards of the deck? And this was the wrong move that we make, apparently, because we have only 4 switches in the deck, including the Surfer, and 4 stadium with a Colorless. So I thought that the right move would be to get the switch card, since we have 4 more stadiums in the deck. But yeah, we needed to switch this turn, because we need the Gastrodon to stay alive. Maybe we should have just played the stadium instead of the switch, I guess. I don't know. If we played the Colorless though, we can't play any other supporter card, and we may just get stuck inactive. They could have the stadium in their hand as well. So if we remove the area, they could have a Colorless or another area 0 already in hand, and then they could play it from their hand to basically do the Cinnabar Lure anyways. You never know. They only have 2 cards in their hand though, so I suppose that was the wrong move, and we had to play Iono as well to hopefully dig for the stadium, which we did not get over here. Unfortunate, but never mind. So we'll just do Dominating Echo here and hope for the best on the next turn. Let's see what they're up to. Interesting that they only got that 1 Tatsugiri in the active, and if we do get our Dragapult, they would be dead. They don't even have the Bravery Charm, so 160 HP Soul Pokemon in play is kind of risky if you ask me. But here comes the Crispin. I mean, if we're not playing a Noivern, if we have a proper attacker, they would be dead by now. It would be game over, right? 160 damage is all we need though. So here comes the Grabber, stacking on the Disruption here. Very interesting. And Sacred Ash to shuffle back their stage 2s. Here comes Pokegear and another shuffle with the Terra Orb. So now they're gonna do Cinnabar for the biggest haul of all time. 7 Pokemons on the bench. Look at that. But they got the Zapdos though. Zapdos, another Disruption card. The new Team Rocket Zapdos. Energy Disruption. So definitely a very interesting list, you know. So we got our Gastrodon, 2 copies in play, locking all of their stage 2 abilities. Now we're gonna do Recon for the Dragapult. I think we should start attacking with Phantom Dive as early as we can to start placing damage counters on the bench. I don't think we got the stadium yet. We played Drayton and we couldn't even get the stadium at the top 7 cards of the deck, so this is bordering on ridiculousness here. This is bordering on madness. It's a bit crazy that we're not getting any stadium cards this late in the game. We did get the Colorless though, I guess. We can't even get the boss because we have to do the Colorless now. Isn't that hilarious? Drayton for not the stadium but the tenacity. Oh well. Oh well. We'll have to get the stadium at some point, right? I mean, it has to show up at some point, right? How many got prized though? Definitely got prized, but how many copies could we possibly have them in the prize? I guess we should have checked a lot earlier before deciding whether to get the switch or the chorus on that momentous turn with Recon Directive, but whatever. I don't want to get stuck with the Gastrodon in the active for too long though, but I guess we should have just you know, play on the Iono for the switch rather than for the stadium. We only have 2 item switch, but I guess the switch normally shows up a lot easier than the stadium cards? I don't know. It's really hard to say because we got no Arven though. We do have Drayton, but Drayton gets the stadium as well. So it's really hard to say which card would show up for the draw. But maybe we shouldn't even have played the Iono in the first place. I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna end the voiceover here. And if you guys focus on the game, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you really enjoyed this combo, we'll see you next time. Have a great day and bye everyone!